Well,
Are you doing promotion?
Yeah.
There's a tongue tap.
Oh.
wait.
So what? No, we just talked.
Where'd you come from?
Yeah, like we were talking.
Alright.
Do we have to do an intro?
Yeah.
No.
No, we're good.
No.
It's
It's been
started.
Yeah.
They already know who's here.
Yeah, you know.
We're here.
Hey, Ryan Straub
Yeah,
Yes.
Ryan's here.
for
And
15
Bobby.
minutes.
Yeah,
it's
my
like,
turn.
yeah.
Back
Seen it
again.
now, so
Back at it
really
again.
doesn't matter.
The
We
white
don't have
man.
to-
Hey, Sean Toronto.
Sean Toronto's Jeremiah.
Yeah,
Stop
Sean Toronto
being
is
the troll.
Jeremiah. Yeah.
I don't know.
When
I
he
don't think
responded
so.
to me, no, it's Jeremiah. Like,
No,
when he responded to my comment,
he made his
No, it's
account
not Jeremiah.
a day after Wing Bois episode 2 came up.
Which? Oh, the.
Did he?
What do you mean?
The
Yeah.
Ron
Oh.
Toronto.
Like,
Sean
there's no
Toronto?
way
Sean
it's
Toronto.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Sean Toronto's Jeremiah?
Sean Toronto's Jeremiah.
Damn it, Jeremiah.
which makes me very sad.
The
I'm not
mystery's
gonna lie.
dead.
No.
I
One
mean,
time's over.
Well,
we always knew it was him.
But that
What if
story
it's not,
he
though?
said about finding the podcast sounds so believable.
No, it doesn't.
Jeremiah
I was
doesn't.
searching for
Jeremiah
No
is a
Shave
good
November
liar.
videos.
Who watches No Shave November videos?
Yeah,
Somebody
Sean's actually
has to.
out there like crying.
Because my idols.
If somebody can watch unboxing videos, somebody can watch
That's
No Shave November videos.
I like unboxing
Yeah.
videos.
Sean
For
Toronto,
what though?
come to
For the
Tom's
coolness
house.
of the item.
For magic cards.
Yeah, magic.
You guys watch Magic unboxing videos?
No.
Oh.
I do.
God.
I mostly watch magic videos now.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty much listen to magic ASMR.
Oh.
Yeah, the magic music.
Don't you have to spend a
Let me
lot of
play
money
this
to
card.
get magic cards?
Yeah, about. Yeah, we're like
I'm
we're like
looking that
rich
way.
though, so it's okay.
I'm like $400 in
That's
right now.
No, we are further in.
We
I am
We're
further.
starting
Yeah.
a card challenge
Yeah.
pretty soon.
That's really
we roasted
the
the
worst
shit
thing
out of you
ever.
with Mrs. Straub about the magic obsession.
I don't even care.
In fact, Mrs. Straub was getting it.
Mrs. Straub was starting to roast.
Listen,
And once he sells and makes hundreds
Yeah, we're
of
gonna start
dollars-
selling.
listen, the value only goes up, guys.
Like you know that building for rent. So you like all these, and there's like the drive back more, and there's like a building for rent.
Yeah.
I think we should rent it.
Okay, sure.
Right? Yeah.
No,
Who's
okay.
actually gonna
Okay.
go to it though? Like you guys?
me?
are
Five
gonna be like-
people. Yeah.
And then
We'll be
and then
there.
we'll say, guys, we're going out of business. Please spend money here.
Yeah. We could do like
I mean,
a
the
The first day
Kickstarter.
you're open.
Huh?
It's a
Yeah.
pretty good location.
Yeah.
We could do a Kickstarter.
And plus, it's clearly
Yeah,
nerds.
do
It's clearly
you know how
nerds.
well
We're gonna want
Kickstarter
buy it.
turned out.
Yeah, so I donated $10 to this GoFundMe for some homeless thing. And I'm like, because I was just in Italy, right? Homeless people everywhere.
Oh.
And I did some like holy pilgrimage. I
Okay,
was
give
in-
me some macaroni.
I was in like every goddamn church in this place.
give me the pasta, please.
Hey,
I'm
wa-
starving.
I'm
I'm
walking here. I got
Let me-
raviolis to feed at my home.
Yeah, this one girl, she had a cat, so my dad gave her like $20. But,
What?
but yeah, so I'm
Wait,
like,
that she has food in her arms. She's that desperate.
There was this one day. It was like after
Son of a bitch.
Finish the story, Nick. Finish the story.
Okay, well, the story isn't
Ryan's
that
story
good.
was
Yeah,
over.
story's over.
Then, yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
well, no, well, I mean, I want to finish it.
Story's
finish.
over.
Finish.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
End of the bit.
So I donated the money, right?
The bit's
Yeah.
over.
And so I donated the money, right? And like, they were like, this was Karen's GoFundMe for the homeless in like Delaware or some bullshit.
That is some bullshit, actually.
And I was
He
like,
knows
no,
his
I'm
pods
gonna be
all
the
that.
first. I'm gonna be a good person, so I donate, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm the first donator. I'm like, oh, no one else
You're really dragging the
donated.
story out.
Yeah.
Okay, I am
The
because.
point of the story is that after 3 weeks, nobody donated except for Nick, and now he wants a refund.
Thanks,
Bit
Tom.
over.
Maybe we should move that closer because
Tom, you're the reason why I'm depressed.
everybody is talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
No, not
Yeah?
you wanna talk
None of
about
you are
sad
gonna.
boy
Nobody's
No,
gonna
I'm
fit.
just kidding.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
We can
Like,
we can
William's not
snuggle
even-
in.
Ever
Yeah.
since you told me
Maybe
I
we should
complained
just
too
give
much,
up on the video.
I've just never complained
It's
anymore.
a
But-
give up.
Well, we're gonna
Why
lose
already?
It's really
Because
I know. I didn't say you complained too much that day. I said
You know what?
just
Okay.
that day.
So
What's your story?
it was after Easter. We had like all this leftover ham and stuff, Easter food.
Okay.
And my parents were like, hey, how about we do something good? We'll package it up, and we'll give it to some homeless people. We're like, yeah, alright, it's a good idea. So we go out, we're cruising for homeless people, and we find one. This guy's got a dog. Like, oh, sweet. So we take the food. And my dad gets out, he gives it to me. He's like, oh, here, we want to give you this food. You're probably down on your luck. Here it is. He's like, oh, thanks so much. My dog will love this. And we're like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, this isn't for your dog. But I guess he did. I guess he just gave gave our good food that we gave to him for being homeless to his dog.
Well, do you know if he was
No,
homeless?
dog-
Did
dog
he
got
just
eaten?
look homeless?
He
dog
was sitting on the
can
side of the
find
road with
food.
a sign and a dog.
Well, maybe he
Wow.
already got like food from a homeless
Well, I mean,
shelter,
like,
and he
when
was
you
full.
take food from somebody, like,
Yeah.
literally a
Oh,
piece of ham.
No, I believe if you had a dog.
If I was gonna
and you were
starve
homeless,
and
I
eat
mean,
some
you would do the
random
dog first.
person's piece of ham, I'm
I mean,
eating the
he's
piece
probably
of
not
ham.
starving.
Well,
I
obviously
decided-
not. He's gonna give
Yeah.
it to his dog.
But I mean, if you're homeless, you ain't exactly.
Maybe
Full-
he's got
I mean,
a big heart.
beggars can't be choosers,
Oh
but
my-
also they're not about to like eat some dry ass ham.
Bad.
But it was
Out
not
of the car.
dry. It was good ham.
Yeah, he's really
Listen.
your mom's ham, man.
Yeah, you were.
I know,
listening
no,
to
I'm
his
just
ham.
saying,
My mom.
if you take ham
good
out of
ham.
a car, like that
A
could have
random
been
guy.
anywhere.
It's like, here's some ham. You look down on your luck.
You could have wiped your ass with that ham.
I mean,
Listen, if
but
someone
it's
ever
big
tries to
ham.
give me food when I'm homeless, I'm robbing them.
Really?
Like I am definitely
I-
taking everything they got.
I saw- you know those
they
people
pull
that-
out the wallet,
I pull out the Glock,
and
right?
you're just like,
You know those people that like stand on the side of like those intersections near the highway, and so you like stop and then they like talk to the people. So I saw that happen there one time, and this guy he rolls up his windshield and it's like in the winter, because they were like talking to her and apparently they were like they didn't give her anything. So she picks up this big chunk of snow. She just like smacks it over the windshield. I was like, what are you trying to do? Like break their windshield? It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I got hit by a car.
You got
Yeah,
hit by a
yeah,
car?
yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I had a car once.
No,
You got hit by a car.
you
Yeah.
hit a car.
Like
I
you?
know.
You almost killed my dad.
What?
At the
Eyes
same
are
intersection.
crazy.
yeah, okay. So I was running, and you know that intersection with Rite Aid and then the gas station?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
Hudson
know-
and Titus.
Get your
yeah.
gas station.
You know how
Yeah,
from
it's
Hobo
good.
right on red?
Hobo night.
Yeah.
Well, I had the walk-in man, because I use a crosswalk.
The
So
walk
I,
man.
so I started going, and this Cadillac does not slow down.
Mhm.
And he straight up like hits me. I go on the hood.
What?
Like I
When?
go
This is
on
sweet.
the hood, and I like slide off the hood, and I like hit his car, and I like give him the finger. I'm like, dude. I point at the side. I'm like, walking man.
What?
Walking man.
I'm walking
here.
And the dude's
Bada
like,
bing, bada
and the
boom.
dude just like puts his hands up and like beeps
What?
at me. So I
Did
just started running. I'm
Nick,
like,
you
you
should have
ran?
got his
I
place.
would-
You
yes,
could have
sue-
sued him.
You could be
Cut
rich.
it.
Honestly.
I
You
didn't
had
think
your
I
college
didn't have
No,
a
no, you
pen.
have to have bottle.
College paper.
How does that have a
You have to
pen?
have
You
bottle
can
of
phone
water.
Tom,
Going
you can
to
fabricate
military.
that afterwards.
Yeah, you could
That's-
get some
it's
witnesses.
sketchy.
No, he
we
has a
should've
Cadillac.
brought a
He
good
hit,
friend.
wait, he hit you with a
A
Cadillac.
black
A
Cadillac.
Cadillac. That
Yeah.
means he got money.
Nick, you should have
Yeah.
said,
No, you
get out
gotta-
of the
you gotta
car,
take
I'm
your own
calling the
revenge.
police.
Or
You gotta
give me
climb
$500.
full ass
Or I get
Yeah,
yeah.
500. That's not gonna pay for
Either
stealing.
I'm
got-
calling the
you
cops
gotta
or you
pull down
give me
your pants.
$1,000.
And,
Yeah.
I,
Shit on
and I
his
also
foot.
got hit. I almost got hit by a Chevy Silverado.
You
I'm
should have
saying
jumped
this.
in
Well, I
front of
mean-
that one.
No, that intersection is sketchy. Though.
Because I started
I
running.
swear,
There's
like I
always-
think the light literally doesn't change from green.
No, there's a light on red for both
and
sides.
nobody ever looks.
No, everyone. I always just go.
Like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take your chances.
Well, I look to see if somebody's walking.
But not
Wait,
really.
wait, you were in a Cadillac.
Okay, every time I
Oh,
drive
shit.
with Ryan, he usually misses like an average of 2 stop signs.
One stop sign.
That's pretty bad.
As somebody who almost died. That's just not fun.
And he
No,
also
no, I was
drifts a
really
lot, and it
scary,
goes
man.
out of control.
No, I have control of my drifts.
He does
I
not.
do. Okay,
Drift king.
another good story.
Paul Walker.
Me,
Oh, it's just this.
me and Moskowitz. He was like, "Hey man, I need a place to jewel up." I'm like, "You want to just cruise around?" He's like, "Sure." So this is like 7th period. We leave, we jewel. He's jeweling around. I'm like, "Where do you want to go?" He's like, "I don't really care." So we just go around Irondequoit. I'm like, "Oh, I totally forgot about Snake Road, which is Kings Highway, the extension
Yeah,
that goes from
that's fun.
what is that? That's Titus.
Goes
It
from
from
Titus
Titus
to
to
Lakeshore.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I always go really fast on it to try and like push
Yeah.
the limit, see how I'm going. And so I'm going, and we're heading south. We go from the lake to Titus. And we're going around the corners, and I'm hearing the tires screeching a little bit. I'm like, yo, this is lit, we're going. And I'm like, hey, my dad's getting off from work soon. Like, we get to the library. I'm like, hey, my dad's getting off from work soon. I don't really want to go through the town in case I see him. So let's just go back to the King. He's like, yeah, sure. And so there's this one part of where the road, where it's like curvy. But if you stay in the middle, it's straight.
Oh my
And so I'm like, all right. So I'm flooring it, going straight. He swears that the speedometer got up to like 79. And so I'm like going. I'm like, oh
Minus
fuck.
10.
I'm like,
Yeah.
we are going like to go around the corner. Like crap, we're going really fast. I put on the brake. I turn. The whole car swings out. It is going sideways down the road. I'm like, oh crap. I turn the wheel one way. The back end swings the other way. I'm like, oh fuck. I turn it and it just goes. "Rrr," and we do a complete 180. There's smoke everywhere from the tires, and the whole car's like, shake, because I got a GMC 2001 Envoy. That thing is not low to the ground. And it was like, we were like literally shaking. Like, holy shit, we drive up, we stay at the library for like 10 minutes. We're just sitting there
back
like,
to the
oh
library?
my god, like, we almost die. And then we go and we look at the tire tracks. They're like curved like around the curve and then the other way. And you can see them like spin around. And I kid you not, we were like 3 feet away from the guardrail.
Oh my
And I was like, holy crap. And so I'm never, ever doing that again.
Oh, he
I was like,
finally learned.
Kids, Ryan is the kid who makes dumb decisions every day.
But
But
also
doesn't
doesn't
die.
die.
Hasn't died,
sometimes.
doesn't
yeah, the
die.
one that doesn't die.
But usually gets in trouble.
Really
so-
drowned,
But
got in a car accident almost.
Holy
Almost
It
crap.
drowned.
almost died
died.
of hypothermia and drowning
That
in
is
the
true.
same minute.
Yeah.
Oh
That, no,
my.
that's a story also.
That's
Wow.
a story.
Remember when you told me that story? How you said like you were actually prepared to die.
I
Wait,
was.
I wanna
Okay,
know
you
what
gotta
the
tell the
story
story.
is,
Tell the
yeah.
story.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta tell the story.
Wow, so it was I think it was 10th grade.
It was 9th grade.
It was 9th grade,
Yeah.
freshman year. It was freshman year during midterm week, so it's coming up on the
Oh.
3rd anniversary.
Wow.
What do you know? And so
I think the
it was
fourth
4th anniversary, whatever. So me, Jake
Rise and
Moskowitz,
Fails, man.
what do you know? Me and Jake again,
Yeah.
and Austin Everts. There's this like this tube that goes. You know when you're coming up
Oh, I know the story.
the
okay.
tube when you're coming up whatever. What's this
Jake.
road right here? No, not Jake.
Cooper.
Cooper. I
Cooper.
thought it
You're
was
coming up
West.
Cooper.
A
No,
tube?
Cooper. Well, no, when you're coming up Cooper, and then you stop at the light where it forks.
Yeah.
You know, there's like the hill that goes really down.
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
up.
the fun.
The
Yeah,
one-way
one way.
street.
Yeah, the one-way
Yeah.
street. At the bottom of that hill, so there's a river, that or like a little stream that goes through it. And to make the stream go, like keep going, they put a tube.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so the stream can go underneath the road. And so during the winter, it freezes over. And so this tube's about, I don't know, what's this, like maybe 2 feet,
2.5.
or maybe a 2 foot diameter,
Probably 2.5.
2.5 foot diameter. And so it freezes over.
A
And so
half
half that, half
So
that, which
a
is
Canadian
a foot and
is-
a third, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we're like,
Yeah.
yo, we're gonna crawl through this. We're gonna get. Oh, my math is not on point.
Yeah.
And we have the calc exam on Monday. And so we're like, oh, we're gonna crawl through this because it's frozen, and it's maybe 100 feet long. And we're like, we're gonna do it. And so I put garbage bags around my legs and duct tape them so that no water is gonna get in. I wear like 2 coats. I am ready. There's a rope we're trying to throw down there so that like I can get pulled. I have a glow stick. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna do this. So I start crawling, and it's tight. It's like this wide. You guys can't see on the
What?
audio. It's about this
It's
wide.
the width of your shoulder.
With my
Yeah.
shoulders, and I'm army crawling through this, and like water seeps up the side because it's a cement tube, and the ice doesn't freeze to the cement.
Yeah, yeah.
So like water is seeping up a
Oh,
little bit,
shoot.
and I'm like, there's maybe like an inch, 3/4 of an inch of water. I'm going like, I'm gonna make it. I push through it. I'm like, all right, I get through. I'm like, all right, guys, it's kind of dry right here. No more water. I army crawl one thing. It just breaks, and I just go down, and I'm like, oh crap! And like water starts rushing over the ice because it's flowing underneath it, and because it's like smaller and where I'm like blocking flow, it starts filling up. And I'm like, oh crap! So I'm like going, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna make it to the end. I'm gonna make it to the end. And at the other end of the tube, it was a little bit smaller, so like I would have really had to squeeze through to get out. That's filling up with water, so there's like 2 inches of like air. So like if I was gonna get out, I would have to like hold my breath and go under and squeeze under still. So I'm like I'm just completely soaked. I haven't been underwater, I've been above the water. I keep trying to get on the ice, it keeps breaking, the thing is filling up. I have to put my head against the top of the tube to breathe and keep moving. Right? It's the dead of winter, so I'm like, Jake gets on the other, he's like, Ryan, you're gonna die if you keep going. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go. He's like, no, you're gonna die. I'm like, oh crap, he's right. And so I'm like sitting there like, I have to go backwards. There's not enough space for me to turn around, so I have to like shuffle backwards, like push backwards. And I'm going, and my hands, it's the dead one. My hands are frozen. And so like I'm pushing, my hands are frozen, and they're getting cut up because like the ice is sharp and they're so cold. So my hands are bleeding. I'm going, I get about closer, there's maybe like 30 feet left of the tube, and I'm like, I can't do it. Like I'm so cold, I'm drenched in water, I'm just gonna take my L and die. And so I lay there on the side, I'm like, I just can't do it. And Jake is like, Ryan, come on, you're so close. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna die, it's fine. Like whatever. He's like, no, you got it. I'm like, alright, so I push a little bit more, and then I completely give up, but then I was close over to, they could grab my foot, and they could like drag me out. And so they pull me out, I stand up, and the garbage bags that I had wrapped around my legs were filled with water. And so we take a knife, we cut it, water goes out from each leg. I am completely soaked, and it starts snowing. And I'm like,
Oh,
crap, what are
my
we gonna
God.
do? My hands are bloody and they're like frozen like this.
Wasn't that during practice?
No, this was like after a midterm.
Okay.
It was after my German midterm.
Oh, wow.
And so they start warming up my hands, and like the warm blood going to the cold hands like hurts your hands.
Yeah.
And so I start screaming because it feels like they're stabbing them because they're like warming it up.
Yeah.
Nick is cringing so hard right now over there.
And so
No.
I walk home, and it's like a mile. It's probably like 3/4 of a mile walk to my house. I get to my house. I try and undo my boots. My boots are frozen to my legs. I can't. I have to heat them up with like a heater in my basement. I can take them off. Water sloshes out. I warm up, take a shower. Jake and Austin are upstairs playing Xbox. I'm like, all right, Mom, I'm back. She's like, all right. You need to go shovel the driveway. I'm like, oh fuck me, all right. And then I go and I shovel the driveway, and that's the end of that story.
Wow.
Amazing.
Like, guys, be really quiet.
Yo, pass the blunt, guy.
Every day.
Literally
Different
every day.
ways.
That meant we were talking last night. You
Yeah.
were there, and we're like, somebody in this group is probably gonna like. I wonder who's gonna die first. And I was like, probably Ryan. But then I was like, actually, Ryan just gets really close to dying, then just doesn't. Like he comes within one step of death, and he evades it every single
But then it's
time.
like Final Destination. Like the universe is gonna make up for it and kill him someday.
Well, don't
Everyone's
we all
died,
gonna be killed
yeah.
someday? Like,
Well, in a
Everyone's
horrible
gotta die
way.
eventually.
Have you ever seen those movies?
didn't we talk about
Got the
having
double stuff,
no
baby.
crinkly?
This will just get swiftly
We should say that we're
edited
having a
out.
commercial break.
This is
Yeah,
This is
sponsored by
We're sponsored by
Oreos.
Sal's Birdland.
No, sponsored by Nick and
Salisbury
Brando's
is the great-
Magic Shop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll call it. What are we gonna
I'll
call
be
it?
back.
Dude, my hair looks
Nick
good
and
in this
Brando's
picture.
Magic Shop.
Swampo.
I think we're gonna go more than magic.
Well, we're gonna have
Call
to.
it the Swampo.
Huh?
The Swampo.
Yeah.
That's my
Just
hair
call
look
it the
good in that
shop.
picture.
So people have to come in to
Yeah.
figure out what it's
Mine looks
about.
pretty bad, but
Yeah, we will do.
Thanks for that compliment.
Our advertisement will just
Yeah.
be
I know,
come in
but
and
thanks for
buy.
that-
We got
usually
awesome
you're
stuff in
sarcastic
here.
and mean.
It's really cool.
I feel that.
You guys should come check it out. We sell really great stuff. We buy really good
legit
stuff
a great
too.
sound.
It is a great sound.
Like on the spectrum of sounds.
Now we
A
can
can
definitely
opening.
put
Nick,
ASMR in the
How
top.
about it's just a pawn shop, but we're
Hi,
pawning
I'm
mostly
Kirsten,
For
and this is
magic
my
cards.
pawn shop.
No, that's
But
a
we
whole
need a
new
play
thing,
area.
though.
we need a play area.
Yeah, well, we can have one. Like in the back,
Like
the business
play
center.
area in the front, pawn in the back, behind the metal. you know?
Meth lab behind the
fun in the
pawn.
front.
The pawn, there's
Fun
a
in the
metal.
front, business in the back.
That's like Sneaker King. They had like an illegal gambling ring in the
Don't
back
talk about
room.
Sneaker King.
Remember when they found that meth lab under Walmart?
Yeah.
What?
Like
Oh,
like,
in the bathroom?
An
no,
hour
no, that was
Walmart?
that was a different thing. No, it was like I don't remember where it was, but there was a Walmart, and then like down the way there was like a storm drain, and then if you went down the storm drain, there was like a underground room,
Yeah.
and
What?
they were
I think I heard
Cooking
about
up the
that.
meth
meth.
in there.
Cooking up the
How'd
meth.
they get caught?
Wasn't there a guy?
Ryan
somebody- I think
saw the
somebody,
storm drain and he tried to crawl down under
Yes.
there and he found it.
I
Yeah.
think somebody snitched. I can't remember.
What a bummer, because if you go through all the effort, you deserve to
Yeah, it
make
was like a
meth.
legit operation in the storm drain under this Walmart.
Yeah, if you go through that much work, you deserve to be able to sell meth.
Honestly,
I-
but that's
I think there's an asterisk that says it's legal if you go through that much.
no, that's the drug
I saw
trade.
that.
Yeah.
You put a lot of resources for a very short time, but you get a lot of reward.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like magic.
You see,
Even if you get no reward.
you know a whole lot about the economics of drug dealing. I don't know.
Hey, I watched all 2 seasons of Narcos,
That was a good show.
and not the third one because I didn't care. that
I
much.
did not watch the third one either, but I want to.
I think I watched 3 episodes.
I can't not do it with Pablo.
You tell the story that you almost killed Tom's dad?
Yeah.
Oh, I did
I'll
almost
te-
I,
I'll tell the
I
story.
did almost kill Tom's dad.
So I'm sitting over there where I always sit,
Yep.
eating breakfast.
there.
I think.
We've
Maybe I was
breakfast in here.
upstairs. I can't remember. I'm just sitting, and then something happens outside. My mom is like screaming, and I'm like, "What the fuck? I just want to go to school." And she comes in. She's like, "You gotta come outside." And I go outside. Both the 2 cars in our driveway are they're end to end behind each other. They're like into each other. My dad's taking, my
Your
mom's
dad
taking
is stuck
pictures.
between both of them, cut in half.
Almost. Literally
It
almost.
It was very close.
The only thing keeping him alive
And I'm
was
like,
the
what
pressure
the
of
hell
the two
happened?
codes
So Nick's
on his organs.
So this is
No.
years ago. Nick's back in the car out of the driveway. He just slams that reverse out of his driveway into my driveway, hits the front of that car, smashes it into the front of the other car. My dad is in between the two. He's got to jump out of the way.
Guys, this is probably
Wait, so
my
you,
lowest moment.
so it was
Never
a
hit
three.
a car.
That was a
It was a
three-car accident
in driveway collision.
in the driveway.
Let's just say the insurance rates went up after
How did
this.
you hit a car? I've never hit anything.
No, because it's literally like these are my two cars. That's his car.
And you just went, yo.
No, so I'm backing out,
Straight
right?
line.
And I'm like, wow, now I've done this once before with my mom. And I was like, trying to remember, it's like,
Once.
am I going too slow? I'm gonna give it some gas.
Boy.
You don't need to
And
put a gas
I
at all.
did not realize how much gas.
Dude, you didn't
Really?
realize that flooring it means you go really fast?
Well, I didn't floor it, but I had no idea, like.
At 45 degrees.
In fact, I don't think I've ever touched the gas in that car before that moment. So,
Dude, just give it.
This is
Yeah,
this
it's
is
like
sophomore
SpongeBob,
year.
big toe.
Wait, sophomore year?
My sophomore
Yeah.
year,
Was when this happened.
when
Yeah.
I first
Wait,
got
why
in
were
the
you
car.
driving to school? Literally.
no.
No, he's just back.
I was just backing up for, like, you
This
know,
is just
whatever.
a cute pre.
Well, this is
Pre-license.
probably him
This
just-
is pre-permit.
This
age.
is probably the first time he's been in the car.
Yeah.
Second time.
But when I
Second
was
time.
14,
And the
I
last.
understood
Yeah.
that the gas makes the car go faster. And
Nick,
be
no
careful.
fucking shit. I did not
What?
realize.
No,
Well, we've all
honestly,
learned. It's been 2 years.
actually, he
that
has not learned how to
Cars
back
go
up.
faster.
I
when you
do know
back
how to-
them up, and
okay,
then you go forward.
okay.
You don't know
I
how to
got
back.
another
You
story.
don't
I
know
got
how to
another
back
story.
up.
I got another story.
You don't know how to back
What
up.
happened?
Don't
So-
even get.
It's me, Nick, and Ryan. We were sleeping over, and we're like, yo, we gotta get some wings.
What?
And so
It's like prehistoric Wing Boys.
we gotta go. No, this is during wing. This
This
was
was right before we went to Italy.
Oh, okay.
right.
Oh.
This is like literally like the day
Yeah.
before.
Was this you, Nick, and Ryan?
Yeah. So and I was like, yo. And then so.
Alright, Mr.
Okay.
Straub, no.
No,
Like,
shut up,
yo,
shut up.
story.
Next, that one.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you,
Oh my
okay,
God.
so
No,
we're
no,
going,
it's so
we're going to
drawn out.
we're going to Murph's, right? So and then Mr. Straub is like,
I
okay,
can tell a story.
okay, it's like, okay, I'll drive. So
He's
and then
fresh on track.
and then
Calm
Mr.
down.
Straub's like, Nick, you want to drive? And I'm like, sure. And so we're like, I'm trying to back out of this driveway.
It's still having
Again?
that-
And
Another driveway?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going low too slow. Gotta put the gas on.
He hit a snow.
So yeah,
Actually
I
killed
ended up
Tom
hitting a
Fred.
snowbank, but it was a really long driveway. And I had to make a turn. So while backing up,
Did you turn the wrong way?
I could not do it. I literally could not do it.
He freaked
I-
out.
No, I do, but I do get. Mr. Straub always puts me under a lot of pressure. Like,
What are you talking about? Oh my god, if that was my dad, you would have like cried.
no,
You
I
would
know, but
actually
I was getting nervous. Mr. Straub, you know, I want
He's pretty
to make him
I
proud.
couldn't-
I want to
couldn't
make him
dri- I
proud.
couldn't drive someone else's car.
I remember
Yeah.
It was
couldn't do
someone
it.
else's car.
one time
Yeah,
he
well,
was
yes,
driving
yeah.
me. One time he was driving me home, and he was like, "Nick, you want to drive?" And I was like, "Sure." Went terrible. Oh my god.
Never.
I'm never driving
He
with him
offered to
again.
Teach
Yeah.
me, and I was like, I don't want.
He's a great guy, but
Oh no,
I just don't want to make. I don't want to
Mr.
let him down.
Straub, great guy. I love him, but
You know,
He's
avid,
probably-
avid listener. Mr. Straub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta say though, in my driver's
Is he?
ed class, we
Probably
did
not.
not back out like at all, like ever.
no, he was
They
roasting
probably
drivers
were
out.
like, oh, that's just such a
Oh,
simple
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, I got another story I can tell.
Okay.
So
Okay,
tell
so
us.
this about driver's ed.
Don't take it on 30 minutes.
Okay,
Just
I
say
won't.
that
I
you
won't.
wanted a refund on a GoFundMe page.
Okay, so driver's ed, right? So we go to driver's ed. It's just me and this other
Already 3
girl.
minutes into the story.
Can you shut up?
It's like when I told the story
Can
about
you
this
shut
kid
up?
breaking his leg. And I was like, it happened on Sunday. So I'll start last Friday.
So you're in the car with this girl. It's
No.
stuck her in the back.
No,
You're like,
no,
hey, we
no.
wanna go somewhere quiet.
Okay, listen. I'm about to turn
I'm
this shit
getting
to
wild. It's
Columbine
about
if I don't get to
20
finish my
minutes.
damn story.
Oh, finish the story.
Okay, I can't if you're talking. Okay, so we're waiting around and like our driver's teacher did not show up. And our driver's teacher is really old. Like he's 85, he has hair growing out of his shoulders. And he always wears tank tops and a snapback in the middle of winter.
What?
So we're worried, you know, we're like, where is he? We hate him, but and then this lady comes and she's like, yeah, Mr. Switzky couldn't make it, so
He's
you're gonna
dead.
have another driving instructor come.
Nick,
at
shut up.
4
Nick,
o'clock.
hold on, shut up. We have a caller. It's
gotta
Alana
interrupt
again.
the story.
Hey,
No,
hang
no,
on.
hang
Hang
on,
on.
hang on.
No.
Okay, so we wait
Oh,
around.
Oreos on the ground.
Wait until the story.
So we're waiting around. We're waiting around. Like this lady, she's like asking us. She's like, yeah. So what do you think of your driving teacher? And we're like telling her. She's like, well, I've heard like he grabs the wheel. And I'm like, well, yeah, he's done it once or twice. We think nothing of it. So we're like, oh, it's probably something with his health. He's really old. So no, we have a sub for the next few days, right? And then I go to work, like a week later, and I'm talking to this other guy who had Mr. Switzky. He's like, oh yeah, he got fired. And we were on the highway, and we were driving, and he's like, this is what drifting feels like. He grabs the wheel, he pulls it as hard as he can, and they almost go off the guardrail. Yeah, and so he got fired. So.
Yeah. You can imagine.
Oh my god.
You know
Okay, call Alana.
You know how you're supposed to slow down around turns?
Yeah.
Like, I
you
thought you
are.
were supposed to take them as fast.
No, I literally had to learn that too.
Not as fast as you can, but like as fast as you can without like dying. So we're going around the corner to my street. There's this huge ass rock right on the corner. I come 1 millimeter away from hitting that rock. My dad was about to shoot me.
Yo, I hit my head on a rock.
When we wonder why you're so
Alright,
Let's just leave it right there.
here we go.
This is the same caller as last time.
Yeah, well,
Hello.
Oh, hello.
we're back.
Dave's only got one friend.
Sorry, you interrupted my
Hi.
story.
I'm sorry.
How you doing,
I
Alana?
thought- Oh, I'm doing good. How are you?
We're pretty good. What are you doing over wherever you are?
We should
I'm
have
home. I'm
questions
about to go to
today.
Target to get a new water bottle, though.
Ooh, new water
How
bottle.
are their wings? Was it worth it?
Oh,
It
so
was
good. We gotta
very
talk
worth
about the
it.
wings.
Yeah, we have to talk about the wings.
So nobody ate
We went.
all of it.
Nobody-
Went to Sal's
Nobody ate them?
Birdland.
No, they're big wings, and they all chickened out on finishing all of them.
Did you finish yours?
Tom,
I,
you finished.
I finished all mine.
Did you finish?
Yeah.
Tom always.
It was like-
finishes.
It was like both the Knicks, I think, who's the only one.
Hey, I'm
You
not
didn't
blowing
finish.
I also-
15.
I don't know,
No,
Joe,
Bobby
that
couldn't
was.
finish them either.
I couldn't.
Is it
Oh,
true
really?
that
I
the
mean,
wings were
technically-
$18?
They
Yeah.
were. They were.
They're 15 actually.
They're
Since I
they're
came.
they're 18. Is that with a drink?
No, we didn't get.
We
any
got-
drinks. No,
I
18
got-
is with the side.
Yeah, 18.
too.
It's 18 for a combo, and then like 14 without a combo. But
I
we-
got
That's
two orders of 30-piece wings, and it was $85. Well, it came out to 91.
You said 91.
It's
I want my
with,
money back.
Yeah, I want
with
some money back.
tax.
But these
it's
are
91.
big, juicy like.
Those boys.
wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were gagging on those for quite a bit.
Oh.
Shut up.
Phone.
Lana, how you doing?
I'm good.
What kind of-
I'm saying
what kind
this,
of water
I'm
bottle are you
saying
gonna
this
get?
because I want to hear you beep it out. Oh, shit!
No, you gotta go worse than that.
Yeah.
What?
You gotta
I gotta
say
say
some
something
racial
worse?
slurs if you want to
Yeah.
take it.
I haven't had a vegetable in like 3 weeks.
What? Constipated.
Tom, do you have any broccoli?
Oh my god!
Hold it back.
He's
Hold it
swinging.
back. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool.
No, you're not.
Meet him by the flagpole. 2:00 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Me, it was me, Colin, and Lizzie was sitting in the lunchroom, and then like Lizzie sits like across the table, and she like has she's within eye shot of the
Eye shot.
table,
Within view.
the
Oh,
table.
you're
Okay, we just
What are you
need to
getting
say.
at?
Anyway,
Can she see you? Or
You're
can
taking forever.
we're just having a conversation, and then she's like, "Is he eating chemicals?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "He's eating chemicals." And then we turn. This is funny, he's like eating like the bubble liquid, like the bubble. He's just like drinking that. She's like, "That's not good." I'm like, "Well, I mean,
It's not gonna do
I mean,
anything.
what did I say? Lean. Type in Wing Bois.
Yeah,
you get
Cody,
Guys, I've been
free
reading this
audiobook.
great.
Code Wing Boys, you get 0% off
Yeah.
your next purchase.
I'm reading this great book recently.
In fact, they'll probably make you pay more.
Actually, I haven't.
I'm
Let's
reading
just
this
say
great.
Does anyone
book.
read books?
Yeah.
Playboy
Billy Budd?
Volume 8.
Oh.
wings of like, could you
Whoa,
go closer
Vicky
to the
admits
microphone?
she's white.
Yeah, can we
And
ask you?
eat that wing.
Oh, it's too dusty.
I need a crispy bite. Here we
You're
go.
not whispering.
Oh, damn, spell it wrong.
Oh!
Mm.
That's a good one.
What?
That's like those like commercials for fast food when they like bite into it and it makes that crunch sound.
Triggered Podcast. That's our
Okay.
message. We are
Yeah.
sponsored.
Can I make
We
a
are
real
sponsored
request?
by Triggered
What?
Podcast.
Please edit out my comments about MLK Day.
No.
That should stay, dude.
10 feet. I was like, Ryan, I'm
I gotta
done.
tell this story for Ryan. He's not here. So Ryan and Jake, I think it was Jake.
Of course.
It was
it's-
probably
it's-
Jake. They went there one time. Ryan's like, okay, we're gonna bring a rope and we're gonna swing under the bridge. They're gonna tie it to the bridge.
Like
and
pendulum style.
literally like bungee jump, except to not bounce at the bottom. Like he was gonna try and swing under there.
With his neck attached to the
Yes,
rope.
with by his neck. Long story short, they did not do it. Thankfully,
Thank God.
But
They
No,
would have
that's-
died.
But did they actually climb across the thing?
they went probably. There is the first part. Then
Yeah.
there's the
The
pillar.
middle pillars.
They
above
went
the
past
water.
that pillar. They went as far as you can go. Because you can't go under the part that goes up.
Yeah.
Which, thankfully, because I could see Ryan getting over there and the bridge going up and him hanging on. Oh my god! If that could happen, it would have happened.
But he would somehow live.
He would be fine. He would be hanging on one hand, and
Yeah.
until it came back down.
And he'd be like, dude, I almost died.
Me and Jake, we were
He's
at
dead.
the Homer Nature Center, and you know the pond down there by the little bridge.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about
Get
it.
that out of your nose. So me and Jake go out on the ice, and we're like, okay, we gotta test how deep it is. We're hitting it with a stick, and as you get further into the middle, obviously it gets really thin, and like at one point it's like a fourth of an inch, not even. It's like, sorry, an eighth of an inch. And he goes out there, and Maddie Shellard's there. She's like, Jake, do jumping jacks. I'm like,
Oh my
Jake,
God.
literally, there's a 100% chance you'll fall in if you walk over there. So, of course, he's
like,
half,
yeah, man.
he's an idiot. So he does that. The first jump, he goes, boom, goes straight down. Oh my god! I run to. I didn't help him out. I was like, heck no, I'm out of here. But he gets out. It smells like liquid ass. It smells so bad, and it's the middle of winter, and like his whole leg from foot all the way to his waist is completely wet. We're like 3 miles away. I mean, when we got back in the wax hut, his pants were frozen, like it was ice. He could not get them off.
Why?
Just him and Ryan.
Bad combination.
Why has natural selection failed us time and time again?
No, that's what
They-
happened.
everything he
Can you just
says
edit,
other
yeah,
than-
can you just edit out everything I say?
No,
I sound
everything you
terrible
say
on the
minus-
microphone.
Yeah, that works.
The Martin
I
Luther
think
King
I
part.
sound terrible.
I think we all hear
Everyone
it.
thinks
sounds
that everyone
terrible.
sounds terrible.
No, but the worst part is that after listening to hours of my voice, it's what I hear normally.
Yeah, I get that too. Yeah.
It sucks.
We should all get Darth Vader voice changers, and then no one knows who's speaking.
I'm not even.
listen to hours of it.
Do you think angels would need wheelchairs if they got crippled? Or would they just fly around?
See, but in the actual Bible, though,
Okay, you
angels
knock
aren't
your arm
like
around
winged
me,
humans.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
in
like, I
magic
have
they
an
are
injury.
winged humans.
No,
so-
but like you actually,
Oh, God,
like
damn.
I was
Oh,
reading
no,
it.
no,
It's
go wash
really
your
weird.
hands.
They're described as like abominations.
What, angels?
Yeah, it's like a mass of like flesh and eyes.
So they're
and,
like
light.
people with Down syndrome with wings.
Oh my god.
Ooh, cousin
We already made an autism joke.
Holy fucking
We already had a
You
whole.
gotta take the autism joke out too.
And stop.
It's fine. No.
You
Guys,
don't-
let's kill
What if you
Ryan.
did a meme episode?
Let's just talk
A meme.
Well, how would we
We
do a
talk-
meme episode? Would we just talk about memes?
Yeah, you just talk about memes.
I don't know enough.
I feel like that's in bad
Like,
taste.
oh, do you guys
That is
remember
bad
that
taste.
Vine? And then
That's
you
it,
pulled
that's
the
it.
Vine.
We were doing that
really
yesterday.
cringy.
I know, that's what I do.
We live in the past, my friend. We create memes on this podcast.
Yeah.
my bad.
Don't
Okay, this is gonna be like Tom's
Is that
face.
allowed?
This is gonna be
Fuck,
like-
is this allowed?
I said I
Would you
wanted to
rather
be one of
sit
those
on
bad
the back of the
old
bus for the rest of
memes.
your life.
I want to be one of those
That
bad
was-
memes with like the image macro.
Oh yeah. A 2006